Hello everyone, I welcome you all to my channel Wins Academy for Competitive Exams. In this video, we are going to see an important theorem, that is superposition theorem, which is used for solving electric circuits. Our learning objectives are superposition theorem and how to solve the problems using superposition theorem and some problems that are asked in the competitive exams. So first, let us see the statement for superposition theorem. The superposition theorem states that in a linear circuit with two or more sources, the current and voltage for any element in the circuit is the sum of the currents and voltages produced by each source acting independently. So this superposition theorem is mainly applied for linear circuits. Now, we are going to see the steps to solve the problem using superposition theorem. So, first step, keep one source and remove all other sources. So, at a time, we have to use only one source. So, if the sources are voltage source means we have to short circuit it. If the sources are current source means we have to open circuit. Then, find the current through the element due to the first source. Now, remove the first source and connect the second source. Then find the current through the element due to the second source. Repeat the steps 4 and 5 for the remaining sources. Finally, the current through the element is the algebraic sum of the currents calculated by all the sources. So these are the steps to solve the problem using superposition theorem. So first problem. Obtain the current Is in 10 ohm resistor in the figure below. So this is the figure. We have to find what is the current flowing through the 10 ohm resistor. So by using superposition theorem, we are going to solve this. So here the first step is to remove the current source and find the current. So here if you are removing the current source, these three resistors will be in series. So you will be getting 10 plus 20 plus 20. So that is equal to 50 ohm. And here you will be having 30 ohm. So these two resistors are in parallel now. Now we have to calculate the equivalent resistance. When two resistors are in parallel, we can write R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. That is 50 into 30 divided by 50 plus 30. So that is equal to 75 by 4 ohm. The total supply voltage is V is equal to 50 volts. Then according to Ohm's law, we can write I is equal to V by R. So that is equal to 50 divided by 75 into 4. So that is equal to 8 by 3 amperes. Now we have to calculate the current flowing through this 50 ohm resistor alone. So by using current division rule, we can calculate this. I1 is equal to I into, I means the total current into other branch resistance divided by sum of the branch resistances. So I1 is equal to 8 into 30 divided by 3 into 80. So that is equal to 1 ampere. Next, remove the voltage source and find the current. So first we have removed the current source. Next we are going to remove the voltage source. And we are going to calculate the current. So if the voltage source is removed, then we have to short circuit it. So here we have short circuited it. Always remember, whenever there is a short circuit path parallel to a resistor means then there will be no current flow through this resistor. So we can take these two resistors are in series, that is 10 ohm and 20 ohm. So 20 plus 10, 30. Then 30 ohm and 20 ohm are in parallel with this 5 ampere current source. So the equivalent resistance R is equal to 30 into 20 divided by 30 plus 20. So that is equal to 12 ohm. Then the total current is given 5 amperes. Then again, according to current division rule, I2 is equal to total current into other branch resistance divided by sum of the branch resistances. So here we are going to find the current flowing through this branch, that is 10 ohm resistor. So the current direction is inward direction, but our source current direction is in the opposite direction. So we have to write the current value as minus 2 ampere. Then the last step is to find the total current. Is is equal to I1 plus I2. So that is equal to minus 1 ampere. So option B is the right answer. So next problem. In the circuit in figure, the current I1 is. So here we are going to calculate what is the current I1. Okay, so here two sources are there. One is voltage source and another one is current source. So first step, remove the current source and find the current. So first we are going to remove this current source and we are going to find the total current. So here these four resistors are in series. So 2 plus 1 plus 4 plus 3, that is equal to 10. So total resistance is equal to 10 ohm and the total supply voltage is 20 volt. So according to Ohm's law, we can calculate I dash. I dash is equal to V divided by R. So that is equal to 20 divided by 10, that is equal to 2 amperes. So the next step is to remove the voltage source and find the current. So now we are going to remove this voltage source. So if your voltage source is removed means then we have to short circuit it. Now this 2 ohm and 3 ohm are in series. Similarly 1 ohm and 4 ohm are in series. So you will be having two 5 ohm resistors in parallel with this current source. So the equivalent resistance is equal to 5 divided by 2. If two resistor values are same means then we will be dividing it by 2 to get the equivalent resistance in parallel combination. So that is equal to 2.5 ohm. Then the total current is equal to 2 ampere. So in the question they have asked the current flowing in this direction. But here from the current source the current is flowing in the upward direction. So we have to write I double dash is equal to total current into other branch resistance divided by sum of the branch resistances. That is 5 plus 5 is equal to 10. So you will be getting 1 ampere. Since the currents are in the opposite direction, we have to write it as minus 1 ampere. So we have to keep this in mind clearly. Then the third step, find the total current. R is equal to 10 ohm, V is equal to 20 volts. So total current I is equal to I dash plus I double dash. So that is equal to 2 minus 1, that is equal to 1 ampere. So option B is the right answer. Next question. In the circuit shown, what is the value of current I? So the current is I. We have to calculate this value. So first step is to remove the voltage source and find the current. So here we are having two voltage source and one current source. So first we are going to remove the voltage sources, two voltage sources. So voltage sources if you are removing means then that place should be short circuited. So you will be short circuiting it. So you will be getting the circuit like this. Now we have to calculate the total current I. So always remember, if there is a short circuit and with that there is a parallel resistor means then there will be no current flowing through that resistor. So the total current will be flowing through this short circuited path only. So total current I1 is equal to minus 1 ampere. Why we are putting here minus 1 means the current here is in this upward direction, but here it is in the opposite direction. So we are taking I1 is equal to minus 1 ampere. Then second step, remove the current source and the second voltage source. So if you are removing the current source and the second voltage source, you will be getting the circuit like this. So here again, this is 2 ohm resistor. It is in series with the voltage source. So I2 current is equal to V by R. That is according to the Ohm's law, V by R. So that is equal to 2 by 2. That is equal to 1 ampere. Then third step is to remove the current source and the first voltage source. So you will be getting the circuit like this. We will be having only one voltage source of 8 volts. So this is the current I. So here I3 is equal to V by R. So that is equal to 8 by 2, that is equal to 4 ampere. Now we have to calculate the total current. So I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. So that is equal to 4 ampere. So here we have taken it as I1 plus I2 plus I3 because in the I1 calculation itself we have put the negative sign. So here the total current will be equal to 4 ampere. Option D is the right answer. Next problem. In this problem, in the circuit given below, determine VAB. We have to find out the potential between the points VAB. So this problem also we are going to solve it using superposition theorem. So first step, remove the current source and find the current. So here we are going to remove this current source and we are going to calculate the current. So current source is removed means then it should be open circuited. So you'll be neglecting this 1 ohm resistor. You'll be getting the circuit like this. 2 ohm is in series with this 2 ohm. So the total current passing through this circuit is I1 is equal to V by R. According to Ohm's law, V is equal to 1 volt and R is equal to 2 plus 2, 4. So that is equal to 1 by 4 ampere. Then second step is to remove the voltage source and find the current. So if you are removing the voltage source, it should be short circuited. Now these two resistors are in parallel and it is in series with 1 ohm resistor. So the total current flowing through this I2 is equal to, in short we can write it is as 1.5 ampere because this 3 ampere current is divided into 2 branches. So 3 ampere current divided into 2 branches of having same resistance means then we can write it as 1.5, 1.5. So I2 is equal to 1.5 ampere. No need to use the formula. Directly we can write I2 is equal to 1.5 ampere. Then the total current through 2 ohm resistor is I is equal to I1 plus I2. So that is equal to 1.75 ampere. Now we have to find the potential VAB. So VAB is equal to I into R according to Ohm's law. So that is equal to total current 1.75 into the resistor value. Resistor value is 2. So into 2, that is equal to 3.5 volt. So option B is the right answer. So next question. Here we have to understand the question clearly. For the circuit shown below, find out the current flowing through the 2 ohm resistance. Also, identify the changes to be made to double the current through the 2 ohm resistance. So here two things we have to calculate. One is the current flowing through the 2 ohm resistance and we have to identify the changes to be made to double the current flowing through the 2 ohm resistance. Right. So first step, remove the current source and calculate what is the current flowing through it. So if you are removing this current source, the total current flowing through this resistor using Ohm's law, it is equal to V by R. So 4 divided by 2, that is equal to 2 ampere. Now we have to remove the voltage source. So if you are removing the voltage source, then it should be short circuited. So you will be getting the circuit like this. So whenever there is a short circuited path, there will be current flowing through this short circuited path only. There will be no current flowing through this path. So you will be getting I2 is equal to 0. Right. Then we have to calculate the total current. So I is equal to I1 plus I2, that is equal to 2 ampere. Next, in the question they are asked to identify the changes to be made to double the current through the 2 ohm resistance. So understand it clearly. Using this current source, the current will be always equal to 0 because there will be a short circuited path. So it will be equal to 0. So no need to make any changes with the current source. Now we go for the voltage source. Now we are going to change this value. If the input voltage is 8 volt, then the total current I is equal to 8 by 2 plus 0. So that is equal to 4 ampere. So option B is the right answer. Now we have come to the end of this session. I hope you all understood the concepts behind the superposition theorem and how to solve the problems using superposition theorem. So if you like the video, subscribe it and press the bell button so that you can receive the notifications regarding my future videos. Thank you.